Did you know that the average person spends 13 years and 2 months of their life at work? That's right. And yet we still struggle to find time for the things we love. It's a paradox, isn't it? We live in an era of unparalleled technological convenience, yet it seems we're always racing against the clock. Time, the elusive master of our lives, often seems to slip through our fingers like grains of sand. It's a shocking reality that we spend roughly a third of our lives at work, scrambling to meet deadlines and juggling responsibilities. Time management, the art of manipulating and controlling the passage of time, becomes the key to unlocking a more balanced and fulfilling life. It's not about cramming more tasks into our day, but rather about working smarter, not harder. Effective time management can enhance productivity, reduce stress, and ultimately free up time for the things and people we cherish most. So, how can we reclaim our time? Stick around as we delve into scientifically proven life hacks to boost your productivity. Ever heard of the Pomodoro technique? It's a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. This Italian chap, inspired by the tomato-shaped kitchen timer, devised a method that's as simple as it is effective. So, what's the secret sauce of the Pomodoro technique? Say hello to focused work intervals of 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times and treat yourself to a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Sounds easy, right? But the true magic lies in its scientific foundation, which aligns perfectly with our natural concentration cycles. Our brains are hardwired to focus best in bursts with regular breaks. This technique capitalizes on that, helping you to maintain a consistent level of performance. By breaking tasks into manageable chunks, the Pomodoro technique reduces the mental fatigue that comes with prolonged focus. Now, let's talk about the science behind this. Studies have shown that our brains have a limited attention span. After about 25 minutes, our focus starts to wane and productivity follows suit. But when we take a short break, it's like hitting the reset button. Our concentration is rejuvenated, ready to tackle the next task with full force. Don't just take our word for it. Let's look at a real-life example. Meet Jane, a software developer struggling with project deadlines. She started using the Pomodoro technique, and guess what? Her productivity shot through the roof. She noticed she was completing tasks quicker and her work quality improved. She was able to maintain a steady rhythm throughout the day without feeling exhausted. But remember, this isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. You may need to tweak the timings to fit your personal concentration cycles. Some people might thrive with 30-minute work intervals and 10-minute breaks. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you. So are you ready to transform your productivity game? Try the Pomodoro technique and watch your productivity skyrocket. Here's a surprising fact: the word no is a powerful tool for saving time. Now you might be thinking, how can denying something save me time? Well, let me explain. In today's fast-paced world, we're often bombarded with requests, tasks, and invitations. And while it's tempting to accept them all in a bid to stay connected or to avoid disappointing others, it's crucial to understand the importance of setting boundaries and declining unnecessary commitments. Picture this. Your calendar is already jam-packed, and then you receive an invitation to a meeting that's not directly related to your role. Saying yes might seem like the polite thing to do, but it could also mean sacrificing time that could be spent on more pressing tasks or, perhaps just as importantly, on self-care. Now you might be thinking, but I don't want to come across as rude or dismissive. The good news is you don't have to. There are ways to say no that are both respectful and assertive. A study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that overcommitment leads to stress and reduced productivity. This is because when our schedules are overloaded, our focus is divided, and our performance on individual tasks suffers. So how can you master the art of saying no? Here are a few tips. First, be clear about your priorities. Understand what's truly important to you and what's not. Second, communicate your reasons. If you're unable to commit to a request, explain why in a respectful manner. Lastly, offer alternatives if possible. If you can't help someone directly, perhaps you can suggest someone else who can. In conclusion, learning to say no is not about being selfish or unkind. It's about recognizing the value of your time and energy and making conscious choices about how you spend them. So the next time you find yourself on the verge of saying yes to something you'd rather not do, remember, Every no is a yes to something more important. Imagine if you could make a significant dent in your to-do list in just 2 minutes. Sounds crazy, right? But it's possible with the 2-minute rule. Let's delve into this fascinating concept. The 2-minute rule is a simple yet powerful tool to combat the ultimate productivity killer: procrastination. The principle is straightforward. If a task takes 2 minutes or less to complete, don't delay it, do it immediately. It's all about seizing the moment to achieve small wins, which add up to big accomplishments over time. But why does this work? Well, it's all tied to the psychology of immediate gratification. We, as humans, are wired to seek instant rewards. When we finish a task, no matter how small, we experience a sense of achievement. This releases dopamine, our brain's feel-good neurotransmitter, which motivates us to repeat the behavior. So by completing these 2-minute tasks instantly, we're essentially hacking our brain's reward system, creating a positive feedback loop that encourages productivity. This rule also harnesses the power of inertia. Ever noticed how the hardest part of any task is just getting started? Well, once we've overcome that initial hurdle and set the wheels in motion, it's much easier to keep going. So those 2-minute tasks often act as a springboard, propelling us into longer, more complex tasks. Studies have shown the effectiveness of this rule. For example, a study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that participants who were instructed to follow the 2-minute rule reported significantly less procrastination and higher productivity levels compared to those who didn't. Now, let's be clear. This rule isn't about rushing through tasks in 2 minutes. It's about breaking down larger tasks into manageable parts and tackling the smaller ones that can be accomplished quickly. It's about gaining momentum, reducing procrastination, and making the most of our time. The beauty of the 2-minute rule is its simplicity. It doesn't require any fancy tools or techniques, just a willingness to take immediate action. So why not give it a try? Start applying the 2-minute rule and see the magic unfold. So we've learned about the Pomodoro technique, the power of saying no, and the 2-minute rule. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's take a moment to recap. We've journeyed through the realm of time management, exploring powerful techniques that can transform our day-to-day lives. The Pomodoro technique, with its clever blend of short, focused work periods and regular breaks, serves as a testament to the power of rhythm and routine. It's a technique that's backed by science, playing off our natural attention spans to boost productivity. Then there's the power of saying no. It's a simple word, but it holds a profound impact. Saying no allows us to reclaim our time, to focus on what truly matters, and to avoid spreading ourselves too thin. It's about setting boundaries and prioritizing our well-being, our goals, and our dreams above all else. And of course, there's the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, why not do it right away? It's a small commitment that can lead to big changes. This rule helps us to overcome procrastination, to keep our spaces tidy, and to make the most of those spare moments that otherwise might slip by unnoticed. Each of these hacks is a tool in our toolbox, ready to be used and adapted to fit our unique lives. They're not just theories, they're practical, actionable steps that we can start implementing today. And when we do, we start to see change. We become more efficient, more productive, and most importantly, more in control of our precious time. Remember, these life hacks aren't just about getting more done, they're about making our time count. They're about creating a life that we love, filled with the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. And they're about continuous learning, about challenging ourselves to grow and adapt in the face of our ever-changing world. But the journey doesn't stop here. There's a whole universe of life hacks out there waiting to be discovered. And that's where you come in. We want to hear from you. Have you tried implementing these hacks? What was your experience? Do you have any life hacks of your own to share? We're on this journey together, and your insights, your experiences, your ideas, they're invaluable. So let's keep the conversation going. Let's learn from each other, support each other, and grow together. We hope you found these life hacks helpful. Remember, time is the most valuable resource we have. Use it wisely. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. Leave your life hack ideas in the comments below, and who knows, your idea might be the star of our next video.